Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here on our live stream. Bear with me here as I just share a little bit with everybody what we've got going on here at Decker Truckline. Just trying to get everybody linked on here. There we go. I think we're good. Waiting for a few people to join us here. First of all, I'd like to thank you for joining us here on our YouTube channel, one of our marketing medias, I guess, that we like to use. We've got Facebook that we're pretty active on, as well as our YouTube channel. So feel free to like us, give us a thumbs up, share if you like, and this is just a great way to get more information about us here at Decker and what we've got available, as well as new opportunities and updates with what's going on. So I'm going to start off by addressing the referral program. Let me fix something over here first. Let's see. We'll get it right. There we are. Making sure this live stream is working and that you guys can actually see it here on Facebook. Oh, now I'm getting myself in the background. There we go. Let's shut that down. All right, now game on. So let's talk about a couple of things that we've got here going on at Decker Truckline, if you can still hear me. We do have our referral program, which is a fantastic way to earn a little bit extra income. If you aren't already taking advantage of that, you should do so. If you're here at Decker and you're a happy camper and you like what you see and people are asking you, which is pretty darn normal, and they kind of see our trucks out there and realize how sharp they are, how well maintained, and it's pretty common to get a lot of questions out on the road. So anyways, if you do and you refer a driver, you get paid your referral bonus within the first 90 days. It works for $1,500 per driver for the first 3 drivers, and for drivers 4 and 5, it's $2,000 per driver, and it's $2,500 per driver if you hire or refer more than 6 that are hired. So again, that pays out within 90 days, and depending on how many you've hired within the year's time, you could start at $1,500, or excuse me, you could get $1,500 per driver, you could get up to $2,500 per driver. So that goes up quite a bit, and great program for you there. And there's other incentives too, by the way. And besides just the referral bonus, where the monthly payment, or the 90-day payment, you also have the prizes such as the free Sirius radio for a year, elite team driver business cards, member jackets, quarterly drawings. Those are huge. And we've got promotional gear as well, posters and handouts that can make it a little easier on you. And any referral that you have, send them through the TransFlow app. That's pretty darn handy, so you don't have to keep all their name and number and kind of juggle that over. Instead of having to call a recruiter and relay all that information, just put it in your TransFlow app. It comes directly to us. So that's the referral program, and we'll hit on that here in just a few moments, a little bit more here in the next few moments. So if you haven't already joined us, thank you for joining us here at Decker Truckline, giving you just a little bit more details on what we have available in the upcoming days and more information on our new policy changes. So if you aren't already familiar, as of last week, well, I guess it was the 15th, so the 15th, 2 Fridays ago, we had some policy changes. We've changed our truck speed to 68 on the cruise and 65 on the pedal. That'll help with getting around, getting into the maintenance and all that good stuff on time. Lane departure device, we've changed that. So now for any trucks 30, 34 or lower, you can deactivate your lane departure device because we are upgrading. We've got the new Fusion device that is a lot more accurate and less interrupting, and that is for trucks 30, 35 and above who already have that. Now 30, 34 and below who don't yet have that Fusion lane departure, we will be getting that into your truck. So your next Decker truck line maintenance, service maintenance, then we will get you scheduled for that. So I'm getting a lot of lag time. I don't know if anybody else is having that. I apologize. I'm not sure. We've had a lot of weather over here, a lot of flooding where I'm at. So I think that probably has some issues, but I'm not 100% sure. So I apologize again for any of that if it's a delay. I'm definitely getting a delay. So more changes for the company policy changes. We have a dog policy now that we didn't have before. So now if you have a dog that's 35 pounds or less, we are now giving you the opportunity to bring your pup or your dog along on the road with you. So some of the rules on that policy is that it must be 35 pounds or less, only one dog at a time. And it, of course, has to have all of its records up to date, all the vaccinations and everything. And there is a down payment or a deposit that you'd be responsible for as well. More information on that, you can get a hold of the safety department at 515-576-4141. Also, with more updates, we have a navigation software that we've been using. Well, we are now offering it free for our drivers so they can take advantage of that. So all Decker drivers will be getting the free navigation. And again, that was as of the 15th. So just catching you up a little bit here in the YouTube world. Facebook, we can update it a little bit earlier. Our smart drive we've had for a couple months now, at least all of our trucks have had that. Now that is an event recorder, if you're not familiar with the smart drive system. And what's nice about that is it has the onboard cameras that they are facing out. They also have facing inward cameras. Those can be deactivated after 120 days of safe driving with us. So we are offering that opportunity to deactivate the interior or the inward facing. However, the outward facing, those will stay on and they will continue to do what they've been doing, which is saving jobs and keeping you covered when others out on the road are just not as safe. So we are appreciative of those, most definitely. Well, this is still freezing up, and I don't know if I'm the only one having the problem or not, but while my face is stuck to the screen, let's see if we can replace it with a little bit of our Midwest semi-dedicated van. Give you a little bit of details of this. So this is a new opportunity for us that we've had in the last week or so. We didn't have a ton of van before. We are definitely increasing in that division, so this is fantastic. We're not only increasing, but the type of opportunities we're creating it's fantastic because they're dedicated or semi-dedicated, getting you home more in the Midwest, giving you more opportunities. And then down in the Southeast, we've got a couple of areas such as Athens, Georgia, Greenville, South Carolina, Anderson, South Carolina, and Hartwell, Georgia. We can get you home every 2 weeks, about every 12 to 14 days there. And that is with our Midwest semi-dedicated van. So what you're doing is you're picking up within the Midwest, basically. And those loads are delivering, being picked up, I guess, anywhere from Gary, Indiana, Lincoln, Nebraska, anywhere in between there on I-80. We've got those loads headed elsewhere within the Midwest or into the Southeast, like I was saying, Hartwell, Georgia, Anderson, South Carolina, Athens, Georgia, Greenville, South Carolina. We've got St. Joe, Missouri. A lot of those are being delivered in that area. And the loads from the plants, which are Fort Dodge, Iowa, Crete, Nebraska, St. Joe, Missouri, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Hartwell, Georgia, those are our plants. And those loads are being dropped and hook. The deliveries are usually live unloads, and some of the back hauls are live unloads. That's where the semi-dedicated comes into account because not all the back loads are associated with that customer. So you'll be assigned your duties accordingly. But that's what the Midwest van is. I keep wanting to say Midwest refrigerated, so that's what our Midwest van is. And it can get you home weekly if you live anywhere between Lincoln, Nebraska and Gary, Indiana on I-80, or pretty darn close to it. Call a recruiter for details on that. The number here is 888-668-0698. So that should be helpful to you. I'm going to turn off my video, and I'm hoping that that makes it a little bit easier for you guys to keep up and that the live streaming doesn't go out too slow for you. Anyways, we've got more information on that semi-dedicated van. Again, you can call one of our recruiters at 888-668-0698. You can most definitely apply online at drivedecker.com if that's something you're interested in this Midwest van position. And the address for that is www.drivedecker.com. So again, that's our Midwest van. Now I can cheat here, put our weekly home time. Again, anywhere between I-80, Lincoln, Nebraska on I-80 to Gary, Indiana. And that's weekly home time. We'll get you weekly home time. And then every 2 weeks, your home time, Hartwell, Georgia, Anderson, South Carolina, Athens, Georgia, Greenville, South Carolina, and St. Joseph, Missouri. Now, St. Joseph, Missouri, this is not the only position that we've got out of there that's dedicated or semi-dedicated. What we've got out of there is also a refrigerated that will go to Chicago. So that is a dedicated as well, gets you home every other day. And that also has a $2,500 sign-on bonus for that one. And what I forgot to mention is that this semi-dedicated has a $5,000 sign-on bonus that pays on your 1-year anniversary. So again, that's for the Midwest van, $5,000 sign-on. The refrigerated dedicated that runs out of St. Joe, Missouri, that one is a $2,500 sign-on bonus. We also have one out of Guymon, Oklahoma that will keep you busy. Trying to find my slide for that, if it would allow me to. Guymon, Oklahoma, that would keep you busy. We have loads out of, what else do we have? We've got some dedicated loads out of San Marcos, Texas, Richmond, Virginia. We have a local out of Bessemer, Alabama. Now San Marcos is van as well, and that one's running pretty much the state of Texas, and that'll get you home every couple days. And then home time, so every couple days for a 10-hour, and then for home time about every 2 to 3 weeks for a couple of days off. The Richmond, Virginia load, that one will get you home daily. There you go. That's going to help you a little bit more. That one gets you home daily and runs within about a 500-mile radius of Richmond. And again, that is van, and that's good home time. You're running possibly doubles in both the San Marcos and the Richmond, Virginia load. The doubles, if you don't already have an endorsement, we can help you get that. Now, Fort Dodge, Iowa is our corporate office, and this is where we do a lot of our orientations. But we also partner with ICC to get endorsements for those who are looking to get especially the van doubles endorsement. So we can help you obtain that. We also pay you for your time for that. Usually can get that done fairly quickly and thoroughly. And we also pay you for training. So if you don't have over-the-road experience and you've recently graduated, we'll pay you $500 a week for training as well. So we've got several opportunities for both experienced drivers and new to the industry drivers. All right, back on track. Bessemer, Alabama, we've got a local position there. We do require coil experience for that one because you're hauling and tarping a lot of coil there. $17 an hour for that one. Nashville, Arkansas, I think we just filled that, so I just wasn't quick enough on my slide here. And our Midwest van, that one we went over quite a bit in detail for some of those hiring areas, the weekly home time, the home time every 2 weeks, and the running lanes for that. So hopefully that helps you out. But we have even more. So Fort Dodge to Blaire, that's a hopper position that gets you home every night. We have a Hammond, Indiana flatbed. That will get you home daily, and it's paid per load. So you get $100 for the first load, and you get $125 for the second load. You're usually getting 2 loads a day in that one. And again, that's flatbed running to East Chicago, usually on your first load. And your second load could be back to East Chicago. It could be southern Michigan, southern Wisconsin, about 200 miles of Chicago or Gary, Hammond, Indiana area. I briefly hit upon the St. Joe, Missouri to Chicago refrigerated. It's a dedicated position. But again, a reminder on that, that's a $2,500 sign-on bonus for both the St. Joe and the Guymon, Oklahoma runs, running to El Paso, to Albuquerque. Those are the positions that we currently have available for that. And that's refrigerated. So again, $2,500 sign-on bonus, whereas my over-the-road refrigerated, my Midwest refrigerated, my Midwest flatbed, my over-the-road flatbed, and my Midwest van all have a $5,000 sign-on bonus that pays on your 1-year anniversary in one lump sum. Also, we have a Midwest guaranteed refrigerated. This is guaranteed pay. So you run in a lot of the Midwest, but really it depends on where you live. Mostly Omaha, Nebraska, Storm Lake, Iowa, Sioux City, Iowa, Fort Dodge, and Cherokee. Those are areas that we can offer the guaranteed pay of $12.50 and still get you home on a weekly basis. So that's a good opportunity if you live in any of those areas. Take advantage of that. Just give one of our recruiters a call at 888-668-0698. Again, I need to apologize for the flow of this video. We've had a lot of weather here. It's affected some of our lines, and so hopefully the flooding will go down and we can get back to normal here and back to the same speed that we're used to. So I apologize for that. And I wanted to go over our referral bonus again because I hit on this right at the beginning when there had such the clutter, and I want to make sure that you are familiar with what our referral bonus entails and all of the amazing opportunities that we have with that. So bragging about it, we are often stopped, or you will probably be stopped often if you haven't already, by somebody because our equipment is really nice. We maintain it. We've got sharp looking, newer model, well-maintained equipment. And it's pretty darn common for you to get stopped at a truck stop and someone to come up to you and ask you a little bit more about the company. So let them know. Tell them about us and what we have to offer. And for every driver that you refer that is hired on, you get paid $1,500 per driver, all paid out within the first 90 days. Now, if you hire more, or if you refer more than 3 that are hired on, then you can get $2,000 per driver for drivers 4 and 5 within the year. And if you refer more than 6 drivers in a year that are hired on, you'll get $2,500 per driver. Again, the payout is still within 90 days. So it's $250 on their first dispatch, $250 at 30 days, $750 at 60 days, and $1,250 at 90 days. And that's for the $2,500 referral. For the first 3, it's $1,500, and it's paid out $250 on your first dispatch and 30 days, and then $500 at both 60 and 90 days. So again, take advantage of that. It's a bit competitive, so the more referrals you get, you start to get extra prizes. So you get the free Sirius radio for a year if you have more than 2 referrals in that year. For 3 referrals, you start getting business cards, the elite referral business cards. Okay, so these are pretty sweet. And it makes it even easier to refer people because they don't have to remember your name, what piece of paper they left it on. You hand them a business card, and it makes it quite simple for you. And if you want to get their name, you can give that information to a recruiter just by putting it on the TransFlow app. You can also get it on Facebook, Qualcomm. I mean, there's all kinds of ways that you can get the recruiter the information. Or call us up. 888-668-0698. So if you have 5 or more referrals, you'll get a team member jacket, a nice good looking jacket there, and we have quarterly raffles. So for every driver you refer within that quarter, you'll get a raffle ticket. And there's all kinds of prizes that you can win there. But the grand prize, I love the grand prizes here. The grand prizes are definitely overboard. But the grand prize, you must have a minimum of 5 referrals to qualify for this. And it's either the option of $2,500 cash or an all-expense paid trip to Puerto Rico, which is about $2,500 value. So it's an all-expense paid trip to Puerto Rico. The last I heard, that's where it's at. And that could change depending on weather and all that good stuff. But if you need help and you've got some questions on the referral bonus, you can get a hold of one of the recruiters. Again, it's 888-668-0698. But you can also text us or call us if you have, obviously, if you have questions. But you can also refer them to our Facebook page or YouTube, and we can help answer a lot of questions on those. If they want to watch the live events, they can get the answers right there and then. We also have someone manning the Facebook page at all times so that we can answer those questions immediately. All right. So I hope that helped. One of the main positions that we have available right now is out of Dallas. So if you are local to the Dallas area or Fort Worth, then definitely get a hold of us. We have a dedicated local position. It does require doubles, so I hit on the doubles for both the Richmond and the San Marcos loads, but this is also a doubles position. Locally though, I'm looking for drivers that can run a 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. shift, a 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift, a 2 p.m. to 2 a.m., and a 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift. So this is a big account that keeps us quite busy, and we love to see the growth in it. So as we grow, we've got more and more positions available for you. So give us a holler at 888-668-0698 for more details on that. I hope this was helpful, and again, I apologize for the delay in the video. And if you have any questions, concerns, get a hold of one of the recruiters. If you heard about a position that you really like and you'd like to know a little bit more information about it, then call the recruiters or apply directly online at drivedecker.com. So again, thanks for sticking with us, and I guess we will see you here in the next couple weeks.